Hi, my name is Lisa, and I'm a librarian in the mountains of North Carolina. And I love it when you get to come to the library for a story time, but I know sometimes that's just not possible. So I decided to create these videos so that we could bring a story time to you. So my friends and I have decided that we're going to do an online story time for every letter of the alphabet. And today we're going to do a story time about the letter Y. So there's a capital letter Y and the lowercase letter y. Now I need to tell you something kind of special about letter Y. All the letters of the alphabet are like animals. They like to make sounds like animals do, but letter Y likes to make more than one sound. So I want you to think about a dog and tell me, what sound does a dog usually make? Woof, woof. It usually barks, that's right. Now, if that dog was really sad about something, what sound might that dog make? It might whine. Now, what if that same dog was really angry? What kind of a sound does a dog make when he's angry? Grrr, they growl. So that one dog made 3 sounds, and that's the way letter Y is. It can make more than one sound, but today we're only going to be talking about the sound it makes when it's at the beginning of a word. And the sound it usually makes at the beginning of a word is y, y. Can you make that sound? Y. So I'm going to give you clues to words that start with that sound, and we're going to build a puzzle together and see what it is. So the first word I want you to try to guess, this is a toy. And it's a toy that's on a long string, and it goes down and up, down and up. Have you ever seen, a yo-yo? Put that right here. All right, the next word that I need you to guess is something I like to eat for breakfast. And I might put granola in it, and I might cut up some berries to eat in it. Have you ever had a breakfast like that? Have you ever heard of yogurt? All right, the next word I need you to guess is the opposite of no. The opposite of no is yes. Okay, the next word I need you to guess is something you would use to knit or crochet a nice warm sweater. And this word starts with the sound y, and it rhymes with barn. Y rhymes with barn. Did you guess yarn? Yarn. All right, the next word I'd like for you to guess is if your friend was far away from you and you were trying to tell them something, you would have to yell. You would have to yell. And the next word I want you to guess is a color, and it rhymes with hello, but it starts with y. Yellow. Yellow. Oh goodness, this is a large puzzle. I'm going to have to move our letter Y. And the last word I want you to guess is something that you might do when you're very sleepy. It rhymes with lawn, but it starts with y. Yawn. And what did we make with our puzzle? We made the letter Y. Do you think it's an uppercase or a lowercase letter Y? I think it's uppercase because that middle line is straight. So now we are going to sing a song about letter Y, and it goes like this. We are learning letter Y, letter Y, letter Y. We are learning letter Y. Y. And you just do your hand like you are using a yo-yo, okay? When you talk about the sound. Now, we're going to sing a song for each picture on our puzzle, and we're going to make up a verse to go along with each picture. So for instance, yawn. I think maybe we'll just yawn, and you would sing the verse like this. Oh, yawn starts with letter Y, letter Y. Letter Y. Yawn starts with letter Y. Oh. Y. Now, you could pause this video and your family could Think of a different action for each picture and sing a verse for each picture of letter Y. And when you're done, come back and I'll have a book that I want to tell you about. At this point in a library story time, I would usually read a book to you, and this might be one of the books I would have chosen. And I would have you point to the letter Y in the title of this book. Can you see it? Right there. Yes. This book is called Yes, and it is by Jez Alborough. So we would read this story together in a regular library story time, but in an online story time, you'll need to pause this video and look in the Show More section underneath this video and click on one of the Read Aloud books that has a letter Y in the title. And after you do that, come back and I'll have a fun activity for us to do. Or you can wait, you can watch the rest of this video and listen to the stories at the end, whichever one you think is more fun. So the title of this book was Yes, Y-E-S. We're going to do a quick song that will teach you how to spell the word yes.
Here we go. Y-E-S. Yes, yes. Y-E-S. Yes, yes. Yes, you can move it. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, you can move it. Woo, woo, woo. Y-E-S. Yes, yes. Y-E-S. Yes, yes. Yes, you can bump it. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, you can bump it. Woo, woo, woo. Y-E-S. Yes, yes. Y-E-S. Yes, yes. Yes, you can shake it. Woo, woo, woo. Yes, you can shake it. Woo, woo, woo. Y-E-S. Yes, yes. Y-E-S. Yes, yes. Spell yes. Y-E-S.
Here's a book called Yawn by Sally Symes, and it's written by Nick Sherratt. Can you find a letter Y in the title of this book? The title is written in black, and the author and illustrator's name are written in white, and the author's name has 2 letter Y's in it as well. So can you find a total of 3 letter Y's on this book? You could pause the video if you need a little bit more time. But right here is the one in the title, and down here there's one at the end of Sally's name and one in the middle of Sally's name, and in the middle of her last name the Y says I. At the end of her last name the Y says E, and in the title of the book Yawn the Y says Y. So there's an example of the Y making 3 different sounds, just like a dog can make different sounds. The next activity that I wanted to show you that goes along with the letter Y story time is called Head, Shoulders, Yoga Pose. So I'm going to back up for this one too. And you will not be able to see everything that I do, but hopefully I'll be able to explain it well enough that you can enjoy it. So we are going to touch our head, then our shoulders, and then we're going to do a yoga pose. So the first one is the star pose, where you just put your arms out and your feet out like that. All right, almost like you were getting ready to do you were partway through a jumping jack. All right, so let's try it together. Head, shoulders, yoga pose, yoga pose. Head, shoulders, yoga pose, yoga pose. Now breathe in through your nose. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Bend down and touch your toes, touch your toes. All right, let's try it again with a different pose. This one's going to be really tricky. It's going to be where you're going to stand on one foot and hold your hands like that. The tree pose. Okay? Head, shoulders, yoga pose, yoga pose. Now you're going to do it on the other side. Head, shoulders, yoga pose, yoga pose. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Bend down and touch your toes, touch your toes. Now you could sing that song as many times as you wanted to, adding a different yoga pose. And I will link to some other poses that you could do in the Show More section of this video. Be sure to click on the words Show More underneath this video to access more fun activities for the letter Y. There you'll find links to other read-alouds that have a letter Y in the title. There's a video of a 12-year-old girl yodeling. There's links to Yucky science experiments and crafts for the letter Y. And there's also a dance called Do the Yeti that I think you'll enjoy. So we just don't want you to miss out on all the extra fun you can have by clicking on the words Show More. All right, I've got one quick last activity for us to do with our letter Y story time. And that is what's in the yellow bag? Give me a thumbs up if you think yellow starts with the letter Y. All right, so here we go. What's in the yellow bag, yellow bag, yellow bag? What's in the yellow bag? I don't know. Oh my goodness. I'm not even sure I know what kind of clues to give you about what's in the yellow bag. It's something that starts with a letter Y, but it's kind of like a monster. Can you think of a monster that starts with a letter Y? Yeah. Let's see if you guessed this. I don't know if monster's really the right thing to call him or not, but it's a Yeti. It says so right here on the end of his foot. Yeti. And he doesn't look scary at all. I think he's got a smile on his face, actually. So that's all that I had to share with you today for our letter Y story time. So in the words of Tigger, ta-ta for now.